Hi, my name's Alex and I'm an educator here at OMSI. And I want to talk today about different kinds of chemicals and something that you can try at home. So if we're thinking about how we think about different kinds of materials, like how we think about different kinds of food, we can think of things like vegetables and dairy and breads, how we classify those different kinds of foods. Chemists can do the same thing with chemicals. We can think about acids, bases, and neutrals. For example, vinegar is an acid. Acids usually taste pretty sour. Think about licking a lemon. Lemons have lots of citric acid that makes your face do the scrunchy thing. Bases, we don't want to taste. Those are not safe for humans. But if we could taste them, they might taste kind of bitter. Since tasting chemicals is sometimes not safe, sometimes we use indicators to tell us which kinds of chemicals are which. Now we're going to make an indicator that you can make at home using just purple cabbage. So to make our indicator, what we're going to need is your red cabbage and a sharp knife. A grown-up can help if you need them to. And we're going to chop it into chunks. Now what we're doing is I'm going to chop this into chunks, and then I have some water that I've recently boiled. We want to let this cabbage sit in hot water for a few minutes. If you're wondering how much cabbage you need, depends on how much indicator you want to make. I'm going to use a couple handfuls. I'm going to put it in a glass container. Now I have a beaker, but in case you don't have beakers, a bowl or a pitcher works great. I'm going to get all those little pieces in there. And now I'm going to pour some very hot water on top. Now the longer we let the cabbage sit in the hot water, the more colorful it's going to be. So, rather than sitting here and watching this for 10 minutes, I made some earlier. So now that we have our indicator, now we can do our experiment. You might notice this smells pretty great. You're welcome. Now we have our 3 clear liquids, but we know that they're different kinds of chemicals. So each different kind of chemical is going to respond to the indicator a different way. Water is neutral, kind of normal, not an acid, not a base. If we add our indicator, it's going to stay pretty much the same. But let's try our acid first. Now this is vinegar. Pretty different, huh? Now our base might do something similar, might be something different. Now the best part of this experiment is that you can try this with whatever you have around the house. Check with grown-ups first. You can try this with baking soda, you can try it with salt water, you can try it with Sprite, you can try it with coffee. Whatever you feel like testing, you can see if something is an acid or a base. If you're using this indicator, acids will turn pink, things that are neutral will stay purple, and things that are bases will turn green. If you try this experiment at home, make sure you send us a picture so we can see what you did.